So it's 7:05. I think we're gonna get started. So hi everybody. Good to see you. Welcome to our second webinar. We had our pilot webinar last month and it was a success. So, and we'll be doing this every month. So this is our August version, and today we are focusing on marketing. So I'll quickly go through overview of what to expect today, the things we'll focus on, and then we will have myself presenting, we have Duncan, and then we have Lawrence, all from DevCloud. I think they will introduce themselves at the point where they will be presenting, but quickly, I'll be going through the overview. My name is Joseph Muchoki, founder of DevCloud. So feel free to drop in any insights, any questions you might have on the chat, and then we will be able to handle that during the Q&A session. So embracing AI in marketing. Today's agenda, of course, why AI in marketing, and then we will have 3 AI-powered use cases focused on marketing. Again, what would adoption blueprint look like for a typical SME that is out there with big aspirations to get the most out of AI? And then we'll also showcase what we are building around AI, and then we'll have a Q&A. So, of course, why AI matters now, I think the statistics are there. The adoption, it's the technology that has seen the quickest adoption. Since technology was, all the revolutions around technology started. So we have 68% of marketers in Kenya and across the world, this is statistics, who struggle with manual tasks around things like lead generation, content creation, follow-ups, and those kinds of things. And potentially AI can actually unlock, 10 times more productivity, efficiency, when used correctly. So use case 1 will be about automated lead generation and outreach. That will be presented by Duncan. Use case 2 will be AI-powered video editing, presented by Lawrence. Myself, I'll do AI presentations, which is around content ideation, automated design, and things around presentations and the evolution of PowerPoint, basically, and how AI is impacting that. How would you, adopt these use cases? Of course, you first assess your needs, readiness, and all that. Then you pilot, and then you can scale across your team. Some of the success stories that we've worked with. We are building a platform called Dovesha, which is several agents to automate marketing for Kenyan market and in Africa in general. We'll also showcase that. Then, of course, we will have our Q&A session. So looking forward to an exciting session. And feel free to engage and ask any questions you might have, or just share insights. So I welcome Duncan to present his part, and then we progress like that. Duncan, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Joseph, for the introduction. I think a good way to bring everyone up to speed with what we'll be covering today. Just to introduce myself, I'm Duncan Daniel. I'm the CTO on DevCloud, also a co-founder. As Joseph said, we had our pioneer session last month. It was a success. If you in the previous session, I know, you had something good to take away. So we are looking forward to building up on that. And now, definitely you're gonna take on some value, either for yourself, for your business. Yeah. So I'll be covering the AI-powered lead generation a bit for the purposes of this session. So I'll go directly into my presentation. I'll share my screen, and then we'll go through. Of course, as Joseph said, in case of any questions, anything you feel like you'd want clarification, guidance, you can always drop the questions in the chat. It's very, very open. Yeah. The first question is how does where's the challenge in terms of lead generation for SMEs, for businesses? So the big question is why leads slip away. So when we look at most of the websites we have for businesses, and that's all around. Some of the challenges, and of course the biggest ones, is the high bounce rates. Some have generic forms which you just type in your name, your email, and some message, and submit it. And the third big main, of course, another challenge which builds up from things such as the static forms is now the delayed responses, because you are looking at if I visit a website and submit a form, probably this email is gonna land as a notification to the person who is supposed to follow me up, maybe assuming I fill the form overnight at midnight. The email will be probably opened in the morning around 8-9 a.m. So that's around more than 6 hours of keeping someone waiting, a lead. So you'd have actually probably converted instantly. So that's another big challenge. So now we talk about the three challenges, of course, on websites. So now begs the question, how does now AI come in to transform the lead generation, or now trying to make sure anyone landing on your website is able to get what they want? And of course, now at the end of the day, you as the business owner, as the website owner, you're able to either get that lead qualified or convert them to be a customer. So AI comes in pretty much, especially the first bit, of course, is the visitor engagement. Of course, you want to keep your visitors engaged upon arrival to your website without without having human intervention, human agents really waiting for those waiting to know who is visiting, or probably answering to chats manually. And then, of course, again, the chatbots, of course, ensure that anytime a visitor lands on your website, they are able to get answers, or even get walked through probably a purchase journey on your website without you having to be there all the time. And at the same time, every visitor is being taken care of. The other bit, of course, now is what we probably have as the center of our presentation today, which is now getting a qualified lead. So, of course, in any website, of course, you really generally try and showcase your services, your products, in different ways. But you really want to know, probably if I'm getting a lead from a website, where was this particular lead? How much had they interacted with my website, or how long had they stayed on that page, or on my website generally? So now, by doing so, the kind of response or the kind of nurturing you do to that particular lead is what will enable you to walk them down the funnel easily. And of course, now increase the chances of definitely converting them, which is the end goal for any business owner out there. That's how AI comes in terms of lead generation, and of course now all the way to nurturing and all that. So So in today's presentation, we'll be looking at a TDO. TDO is basically means it's a software. I mean, very popular in terms of getting you started with having a proactive, I would say, an agent, a chatbot on your website, and of course helps you in different ways. One, of course, is which is very at the core of what we are trying to present today, the intelligent lead capture, which lets your visitors or enables you to capture information from your visitors without you being present as the website owner. And of course now triggers, of course, these visitors are able to get messages depending on their on what they are doing on that website or whatever page they are in. And now, of course, the automated FAQs, you're able to configure AI to be able to answer most of the questions, which of course, your clients, your potential customers keep asking. And then, of course, another important bit is, of course, TDO enables you to integrate any existing, of course, not any, but most of the common CRMs, so that you're able to now still continue with your internal workflows without having to switch to a new CRM. So so that's what TDO does. But basically, just to showcase how you are able to get that, I'll share just a demo site where we have, and of course now show how TDO is able to achieve this. So I'll share a demo site where we've implemented the whole flow for TDO. Let me just get that up. So let me switch my screen shortly. That you're able to see how exactly TDO is able to transform your lead generation processes from your website all the way to the whatever the lead nurturing and all that. So not sure whether I've shared my screen. Yeah, here we go. So it's just a demo site. Yeah, so if you're able to see, you can see actually it's already there. So I was bracing this set, and then now when I come to, this is just a demo site, as I said. So when I land on the pricing page for this site, the bot is already has already seen that I'm browsing the pricing packages for this particular site, and then now being prompted to get a free freebie, a free strategy guide on how to get my digital marketing into place, so to say. So if this visitor probably wants to get the guide, and they're gonna click on I'm ready, get me my guide. So walks the visitor through the process of getting the information, their name, and then gonna also type my email address. So once that is done, this particular visitor is able to get that particular document to their inbox without now you having to get them probably from somewhere, maybe from a list, and then now initiate the process of sending this particular guide. So now you're able to work this particular, and of course now you already know that this particular visitor came from a particular page, like for instance, so this one came from the pricing page. So by the time you are following up this lead, you are able to know where exactly you are starting the conversation from. So it makes your work way easier, so that you're able to, of course, focus on where you meet this particular lead. So that's how, just from a basic setup, how you're able to utilize the the AI bit for making sure that you are able to, of course, guide the visitors through the journey, and also, of course, now at the end of the day, still you'll be able to get this data at your CRM, and of course, TD also provides you with. Let me also get that. TD also enables you to get that particular lead, that particular contact on its dashboard, and now you're able to even probably now do more with the data. So that's one way of doing it. And of course now back to the same thing. The agent is also able to now, if this particular visitor wants to probably, just ask more questions about the business, the services, the pricing. They're able to also continue chatting and get to, of course, learn more about whatever the pricing and all that which you have for the visitor. So that's how you're able to bring in the AI from TDO into the workflows for your website. Yeah. Now going back to the main presentation, just to show probably in a real scenario what would be the tangible outcomes, for instance, in a business setup. So assuming you probably before using AI, TDO in this case. So without TDO, you're looking at maybe probably 20 leads in a day. Then introducing now AI TDO, you see a rise in your lead volume. This is just a business use case which are practical, but now just trying to give an overview, like how things would look if AI is used in a business scenario. Same case with the response time, of course. As I said, of course, even in a normal chat, probably the human agents are not always there to answer to the questions, to the queries from the chat, maybe on our website. But now with the chatbot, with the AI being there, you're able to instantly get your visitors engaged, reducing the response times. And of course, now in terms of, again, opportunities, you are able to get more because AI is doing the bit of making sure that they are capturing and engaging all those visiting users, even if they bounce at the end of the day. Yeah. So that's how our practical scenario would look like. Now, again, of course, you might ask yourself, where does the human bit come in when it comes to the introducing AI to your business flows? Of course, if set up, of course, there is the bit where, not all the time when AI can really take over your business processes. So there will be a time where you need to really have need human intervention when the complex issues arise. So TDO is able to allow you to configure and be able to hand over to human agents when we have such scenarios. So that's something well taken care of. Seamless handoff. You're able to, of course, now ensure that there is a balance between now what AI can do and, of course, now what the human agents can do, so that you still have the human feel in the systems. Now, so I think generally from what we've just gone through, the key takeaways that I would say are, of course, you're looking at boosting lead volumes, of course, as we've seen in that graph. Of course, now the responses instantly, done by the bot, by the AI bots, of course. Of course, now the efficiency, of course, because you're looking at having AI do most of the work for you, so that you can now use your human resources in other tasks, which require now more human resources. And of course, now at the end of the day, you want your customers to be well served. Of course, now with the instant responses and all that, you're able to make sure that you are your customer journey is very smooth, and you keep your, of course, at the end of the day, you want to keep your customers coming back or referring you. So AI comes in to ensure that you're able to offer that with little resources. Yeah. So so I think that's more like it in terms of the how you can implement and have AI take care of most of your flows in terms of now generating leads, and of course nurturing them, and of course now things like customer support now post the sales a bit. So yeah, so all these things we've done for several businesses. Of course, you feel like this is something which can, of course, help your business. You want to probably have a feel. You're always ready and available to help. Yeah, so I think I will pause at that for now and hand it over to Lawrence for the next bit. Lawrence?
Thank you, Dan, for that. Those who are here from the last webinar, the new ones, I think my name is Lawrence, a creative expert, Ndovo Cloud Technologies, again, head of marketing, Ndovo Cloud Technologies. And today I'll just go through how you can use AI to do video editing. And today my main focus will be long form to short form. Like if you have long videos, like let's say an hour or so, how you can, cut them into small or into shorter videos for social media using AI. And before that, I think it's important for us to ask ourselves how, like, generally, how is AI coming in all these? And I think I'll just start by saying, I think a few years back, or can I say not too long, if you told someone or just any Kenyan that they would one day be paying for internet, like they pay for water bill, electricity, and all that, I think they would, laugh at you. And today, I think most of us can't imagine life without internet subscription. It has become part of our monthly expenses, just like rent or water bills or power bills. I think it's the same shift that is happening with the AI tools that are being released every day. I'd say not even every day. I think in a span of 24 hours, you're having so many tools, people launching so many tools. And right now, many of them are free, but I don't think that will last forever. As AI continues to weave itself into how we work, learn, and even manage our personal lives, businesses, eventually it will become a necessity. And I think it's very important for all of us, or else to be specific, business owners, to appreciate, this whole shift. And I think I'll just jump into my presentation today. I think I'll share my screen. Yes. As I've said, today I'll focus mostly on video editing, how to turning hours into highlights, basically, like in a way that you can consume a 1 hour video into short clips without you being bored, and taking out the key points and the highlights from a session of, let's say, a 1 hour video. And the challenge, it's as I've said, it's long content versus short attention spans. And I think we can just talk about the average TikTok video length. I think mostly people consume from 15 seconds to 60 seconds. That's then for Instagram, I'll say 15 to 30 seconds consumer of reels. Then there's YouTube Shorts. The platform itself puts a limit of 60 seconds. You can't upload a short that is more than 60 seconds. Then for LinkedIn, basically it's 90 seconds, but I don't think many people go even 1 minute, that's 60 seconds. And probably you have valuable content that is basically existing in long form formats. We'll say podcasts, like for us ourselves as Novo Cloud team. We have webinars like what we're having, we have interviews, or even you've gone somewhere for presentations that is running for more than 30 minutes. And now the question here is, how do you bridge this gap efficiently? Like, how do you make people consume this content without the boredom that comes with long form content? Because I don't think you will be, people pick the key points from each minute you talk, each second you talk for the 1 hour content. And I'll just go direct into, I just took one, I'll say for podcast, I just use podcast as an example, because I used our own podcast. And let's say we recorded a podcast that is going for 1 hour. And how do we make people consume that content in bits? And that's what basically I'll talk about, and how you can easily do it with less than 30 minutes. How you can make, let's say, 5 shorts or 5 TikToks videos in less than 30 minutes from a 1 hour, 2 hours video. And the first thing, I think it's just you first take the whole podcast and you have it as an audio. And the first tool that personally I normally use is TurboScript. And a tool that I will encourage everyone to use is TurboScript, which is free. It gives you 3 transcriptions in a day. And so the first thing you do is you just upload the audio or even the video itself. It's only that video will take much longer to upload, but I'll encourage the audio of your podcast, your presentation, your interview, or just any long format video that you have. First, you have to upload the audio of the whole thing into TurboScript. And TurboScript, I uploaded hours, and this what it gave me. It transcribed all the audio, and it gave me even the timestamp. If it's an interview, it will even give you the person who is talking. It will tell you probably person A, person B, person C. And for hours,
it's just a podcast. So it gave me the timestamps that for every person who is talking, like it's able to detect the pauses where they are. And this is what I got, as you can see on the left side. And then I think you can just go through the transcription itself and just to detect and to check if it's okay, if it's there are some technical terms, if it's actually it even picks, let's say you've used Swahili, you've used Sheng, it will pick exactly what you've said, and we'll have the whole thing there. And now after that, I'll pick that transcription, I'll copy it. Of course, you can download this as a PDF. You can download it as a document. I mean, whichever form you want to have it. And now for me, I'll just copy paste. I just copied the whole transcription and now took it to ChatGPT. And on the left, this the prompt I used. And you can customize yours according to what you want, or the results you want to achieve from what you've transcribed from TurboScript. And ChatGPT will definitely pick the surprising statistics or facts from from your transcription. It will pick the controversial or counterintuitive points from your transcription, emotionally resonating stories from your transcription, actionable advice or tips, humorous or memorable moments from your transcription. And I think from the way AI now it's trained, if it's for social media, I think it will pick the most parts that feels like they all fit in for each platform you want to post your content. And now after that, I think, and again, it will give you even the timestamps. And from what I uploaded, these are the 4. I just picked 4. I asked it to give me 5, but from my presentation, you can just see the 4 parts it was able to give me. And you can tell me from the text hook. I mean, they're just, very punchy, very catchy, and things that people will, that will hook people up in social media. Let's say it's TikTok or Instagram Reels, and it gives me even the timestamps where I'll go now to my video, and I'll be able to pick, let's say if it's the 5th minutes, it's the 8th minute where I'll go now and cut my video. And now you go now, the third tool I use is CapCut. It's a very user-friendly tool. It's I think it's the easiest video editing tool to learn. And they have a free version, but I mean, if you want to unlock more features from CapCut, I think you have the premium version. I don't know, like it's not that much expensive as it now, but now you import your whole video on CapCut, and now from what ChatGPT give you, you can now go like bit to bit. You check which timestamp ChatGPT gave you, and now you go and cut that point from, let's say it's from the 4th minute to the 6th minute. You go now to CapCut and you cut that part. And then CapCut right now, they have also AI where it will, if it's a video for social media, then it will auto resize that video to to fit in for, if it's say for TikTok, it will give you that video format, if it's for YouTube, and if it's for Instagram. And right now all the platforms, video formats is the same. It's 9:16, like the TikTok, like just how you consume the TikTok content. And again, CapCut has auto caption, like you want to hook people to, because most people even consume videos on mute. So how do you consider that group of people that consume videos on mute? Because I think probably in a matatu, and you want to still consume that content without having everyone to listen to what you're consuming on, let's say, on TikTok. Again, CapCut will auto-generate that the caption for you, and now you can have the text itself or the caption on screen with the AI tool, that with the AI feature that they have now brought about. Again, you would like to make your videos more catchy. You want like you want people to watch your videos from the first minute to the last one, or the first second to the last one. And now this is where B-roll comes in. And I mean, just to explain more on B-rolls, a B-roll is it's a form of a secondary video that you bring into your primary video to give more context to the viewer. And now your primary video, it's the one that is called the A-roll. You may ask yourself, why B-roll, why not A-roll, why not C-roll? Your primary video is the A-roll. So B-roll now is the secondary video. Let's say someone just mentioned money in that video. You just bring a video that has money, like money itself. Now that way you're hooking people. Like you want to make your videos more interesting, to make your videos look better, and even to make people watch from the first second to the last second of that video. And now that's where B-rolls comes in. And now I think it's a new feature that has been brought in by CapCut, where you can just prompt and tell it, let's say someone mentioned money, and in that part you don't want to show them saying money, you want to show money, like notes, just showing notes on that video. And probably you don't want to go and download a video from another tool due to copyright and all that. I mean, now CapCut has just brought in that feature for where you can just prompt. Mine, I used okay, it's a video that I'll play. I just used a business owner pitching an idea to uninterested people in a small meeting room, audience looking bored or confused. And now CapCut generates this kind of a video for me, or an image. If I want to use an image, if I want to use a video, it will generate for me. Again, it has a feature where you can generate an image, then you can animate that image into a video. Or even you can just upload an image and just prompt it and tell CapCut to animate that video for you. And I think the next slide, I'll just play the video that I came up with. So I'll just pause this. This video was generated purely by CapCut. It's just a prompt, and as you can hear, whatever the speaker is saying in the video, like from the podcast, it's about selling what people don't want, or basically not having any information on what the market wants. You're just bringing in your product, and I just prompted it, and it gave me this video with the audio itself. I didn't add any audio. This was just a prompt, and It gave me this video.
Lawrence, we can't hear the video. I think the audio, but we can see.
Sorry?
We can't hear the audio. Try to play it again.
Yes. Is it audible now? Joseph?
Not really.
Don't try play again. I think.
Just try to.
Right now?
What's it?
I see it post a minute. Okay. Not quite. Anyway, I think you can proceed, and then you can come. We can come back to that later once you figure out what.
Okay. So I don't know what's wrong with my audio while trying to play the video, but basically the video it's I think everything I've talked about, it's visible on the video that I just played. It's only that now the audio is, I think there's an issue there. But basically what I'm trying to say is you can edit a short clip purely using AI, like without any knowledge about editing, without any knowledge about any editing tool, just basics on how to interface with, let's say, the CapCut dashboard and all that. And on this, what you can see here, it's just a complete workflow overview of what I've just talked about. And you may ask yourself, why AI for video editing? And to start with, its time efficiency. I mean, AI is just here to make things for you. You can do something that you'll do with 1 hour. Now with AI, I think you can basically just use 10 minutes to do it. I mean, a lot of Kenyans or a lot of people all over the world, I mean, you just have other things to do. Every time you have another thing to do, so you want to take as much less time as possible for you to do your thing. I think for video editing with AI, it's time efficiency. Again, you can optimize your content using AI for video editing. It helps you identify your most impactful moments based on the emotional resonance, uniqueness, and actionability moments you might miss manually. I mean, if you just listen to your whole podcast, if you're the one editing your short clips for your whole podcast, you'll find every minute, every moment is just you just like, I think this one should be on social media. I think this one should be, and you'll find yourself having like the whole 1 hour podcast on social media, of which I don't think it's possible. Then the scalability output, where you can have, let's say you've just recorded one podcast, or you just this webinar. I mean, it's not a thing that we'll be doing daily, every day, but people can consume it for the rest of this month. One long form video can generate 5 to 10 platform specific clips. That is multiplying your content calendar without requiring new production. Again, it's cost effective. As I've said, most of these tools right now are very cheap. Others are even free. Like for transcribe, it gives you free transcription for 24 hours. So I mean, I don't think you're transcribing every day, or like you can transcribe more than 3 videos in a day. But I think it's cost effective. You don't even need trained people or people with that skill, to do your video editing. So basically, it's just cost effective. And I think if I can turn a 1 hour podcast into 5 powerful social media clips in under 1 hour, you can also do it. If you're just ready to transform your content, I mean, we have a WhatsApp group where we're mostly sharing some of these things. If I find something that is interesting about AI, about video editing, about content creation, just throw it there. So if you've not joined our community, I think I'll share the link on our chat, then you can join our community. And thank you very much. I think I'll go back to you, Joseph.
Thank you. Thank you, Duncan and Lawrence, for the presentation. One thing I am noticing is how much the skill set gap is being compressed. I mean, to get into some of these things previously, I think it required a bit of training and putting a bit of hours into it. But now I see that gap really narrowing down. And this means, we can produce more, we can, churn out more content out there, and it's a win-win for everybody, for businesses, for professionals, and everybody. So let's not sleep on this chance. I know time is really running, it's really going, but I will try to be brief with my presentation. I think it's quite direct. So for me, I think Macharia, you've consumed most of our time. But I like how detailed your presentation was. Maybe you could also, for Q&A, my question is, I know there are tools that you can just feed the long format and then it just gives you clips. What's the advantage of your approach versus things like Opus, and those kinds of tools? You will answer that one later. For me, I'll try to be as brief as I can with Gamma, because I feel like we really have to share to present these. When we were doing our feedback after the first webinar, somebody asked for us to do something around presentations, which AIs are really very good at it. I think we played around with a couple of tools, and Gamma came out as our top tool. It's still an evolving space. There's a tool which was released recently called GenSpark, which also we've tried to toy around with, and it's quite also very good. But Gamma so far, I think, is the leading in terms of giving you really quality presentations. So let's get into it. So what is Gamma and why use it? I think we've all interacted with presentations in one way or the other, whether I think at a junior level, executive level. I think presentations is one thing you can't really avoid, and in many functionalities like sales, marketing, even in engineering, I think presentations are also very much needed. It just depends on the frequency. Probably if you're an engineer, you won't need presentations very often, like maybe somebody with an executive or their sole job is reporting, that kind of thing. So why Gamma creates very polished and professional slides in minutes, not design skills needed, saves hours. Again, as we are saying, the skills gap is really narrowing down. And previously companies had to hire people to, just like for you to really be a good, at PowerPoint, you have to really have interacted with it very well for a long time and become an expert. So how do you get started with Gamma? You visit gamma.app, go to their dashboard, and then you create your first project. So once you go there, you will see it normally has three options you can use. You can generate with the AI direct. You just prompt. For example, you want a report on auditor's report for Kenya's budget. It will go to the internet, try to find that data, and it will give you, an overview of Kenya's economy. It can give you from like very general. You can go search information on your behalf and present it. Like if it's something on the internet, the data is on the internet. So you can generate everything from AI. Then you can paste text. You want something custom, it's your own data and such kind of thing. It's internal data and all that. So you can paste in text. You just, have random raw figures and then it will organize them for you. You can also have an existing file, which is, let's say, it could be a Google Doc, a presentation, again, a PDF. Then you can just upload and then it will restyle for you. And now in a format you want. So with Gamma is, if let's say you start with generate with AI directly, then it will ask you, what theme, the colors and everything, and then it will give you an overview, and then it just goes and generates everything. Of course, it will default into those settings, the theme that you've given it, but also you can edit things around. So you can customize your slides. It's very rich in media, a lot of styles, and just direct editing. You can just do a lot around the editing. It has an AI assistant, which you can use to, just tell it what you want to do. Okay, I want this to be more visual. And it just changes that slide to more visual. Change the background photo. It changes the background photo for you. So very direct, it's very interactive and very easy to use. So the Copilot, on one plan, you can, on their starter plan, you can only edit one slide at a time, but on their most advanced plan, you can edit like a whole presentation, which is like even 20 slides with just one prompt. Like you want the tone to be serious. I want the presentation to sound very serious. Then you can just change every word to, wording to just match that. Then it also has ways you can present and share. So you can, just like the way you saw Lauren share from Canva, the same thing with Gamma, you can present your full screen. And just a lot of ways you can even export, download this PDF, download this PowerPoint. Again, also it gives you data on, let's say if you share a link, you will be able to see how many people have opened that link, how far they have interacted with the whole presentation. So it's quite very, it gives you, analysis on how impactful your slide was, especially if you shared within the, a link. So of course, helps in time efficiency. You're able to create interactive presentations, and also it's very flexible. You can also access it on many devices, on your laptop, on your phone. It's just very easy to use on any device. So yeah, tips on getting started, getting the most out of Gamma. You start small, test your visual balance. You have to align it with your brand guidelines, your colors, your logos, and everything. So that's something you have to, to grow into, because I think one of the biggest thing is how we really butcher our brands. The documents are not consistent. So they've not a way they, there's a theme, of course you have that, but you can imagine now aligning that across your team. So you can create a theme and then everybody, a custom theme, and then everybody uses that. They also have a lot of templates, and then you can practice the presentation part. They've also introduced something else called sites. Like you can just convert your presentation into a site, and it just gives you a link where even it could act like a website. You can make a presentation basically just, let's say you're a consultant and you want to showcase your services. I mean, this gives the vibes of WordPress, 2010, way back when everybody could get a blog URL. Now everybody can just convert their presentation into a website and showcase their services. So I will not take so much time because I know we still have a Q&A, and Duncan, I'm pretty sure, really wants to present how much we've progressed with. So Duncan, I think we'll give you 3 minutes, and then we do a Q&A 5 minutes, at most 20 minutes. By 10 minutes past 8, we should be finalizing. Duncan?
All right. Yeah, so as Joseph said, I think apart from the many tools we've showcased and the third party, most of them are third party actually. So we are also building something amazing for the SMEs, for the businesses here in Kenya. An all-in-one digital marketing platform where you are able to take care of your digital marketing activities. Joseph mentioned the way we don't have our brands well laid out. So as you can see on my screen, this is what we are building for businesses. So basically here you will have an agent for your brand. You're able to set up your brand call, the colors, the fonts, all those rules which come in place when your brand is out there. You're also able to generate content, manage things like comments on your social media posts, generate reports from your campaigns from the social media posts, whether organic or paid, and also now manage things like the assets which you generate using AI from the platform. So all these are AI powered. Like for example, let's say you want to, like on the window I am in, from here I'm able to publish posts to social media or schedule just by chatting the platform. The bot is able to walk me through the process of setting up a post and getting the caption, uploading my media, an image or a video, and then go all the way to publish. For example, it's asking me, good evening, Duncan, good to see you. What would you like to do today? Let's say, for example, I say I want to schedule a post. Just show you so you see, I'm taken to the step of selecting a platform. Then I'm gonna go to now the next step of adding a caption. And this is just call it today's webinar. And then the next step of now getting my whatever companies are posts on social media, an image. So I'm gonna select one and move to the next step of now getting to select whatever social media pages I've connected here. The platform gives you just by chatting it. So select your page, then now you continue to preview how your post will look like. And then now from there, you have the options of you can schedule, you can publish immediately. So if you go to schedule, of course, you get the calendar and you're able to set your time and the date when you want your post to go live. Or probably just decide to schedule, to publish immediately. So then now from there, just by chatting the platform, you're able to get your social media and running. And unlike now the traditional format of going, maybe if it's now we are trying to post to Facebook, you would have to log into Facebook, log into Instagram, or just go through the meta way, which again is still now more of like going through the manual steps. Yeah, so that's how things will look like when we are set. Of course, again, if you want to also maybe get your reports, same kind of flow, you're able to chart the system, select your report type, get the channels you want to get a report for, select the date range. AI is gonna get you your report for the different metrics, and then from there you choose how you want to distribute your report. So yeah, so that's just like an overview of what we are looking at. having to, deliver for the local businesses, because we like most of the things we've just demoed, the TDO, Gamma, CapCut, all those are softwares platforms we like import. So now having something for the local businesses by a local provider would be something, because from where we sit, we really understand how local businesses run, and now we even have a better understanding of the market. So you keep on the lookout. Join the WhatsApp community, and we'll be getting you up to speed with what we are building, and of course get you to have a feel of it as soon as we have features live. Yeah, so I think I'll pause it at that. Joseph, you can.
I don't see any questions, but I'm pretty sure there's one or two people we can quickly pick their questions. I think I asked mine. Lawrence, maybe you can answer me. Drop any question you have in the chat, or just raise your hand and ask.
I think, Joseph, just to answer you and other people here, I think I've used Opus. I used Opus. I think I started using it last year, and I used it for quite some time. And Opus is basically designed for speed, because it can quickly scan through your video and automatically pull out parts that it thinks are interesting. And I think that's helpful for a quick preview of your videos and all that. But the problem is the clips are often random, and they lack context and don't always stand alone well. But for sorry. Yeah, but for my approach is different, because it's not just about speed, it's about a strategy. It's basically you get a set of platform ready and story driven videos that look intentional and professional. Again, I don't think people want to consume content that feels it's AI generated, for lack of a better word. But I think people want stories that
okay, Harold, go.
That stand out. So I think that's it. I think for my way of doing it, it's just generating videos that are platform ready and story driven videos, not just short clips for social media.
Okay, perfect. Well answered. Aaron, you had a question. Aaron, go. Somebody had a question? Are you there? Question time. Feel free to ask. Or you can just type if you're shy. Or you can also ask in the community, in the group. Just type there if you have any question, and then we can also answer there anyway later. Okay, Philip, this is eye-opening. Do you guys have other training beside the webinar? Philip, let me have your, okay. We can organize custom training for maybe your team or any other training needs. You can get in contact. So this is my, just you can text me on this or WhatsApp me on this number, Philip. Then we can discuss further on that. Recording will be shared. Also join community for you to, we'll prioritize sharing things that we find valuable there before we give them to everybody else out there. Yeah. So I see no more questions, so I think we can adjourn there. I know it's evening. We want to spend time with our people we care about and in other things that we have prioritized. So thank you so much for coming and joining us to share and educate each other and inspire each other and try to change our community, really impact. We are the ones who will change our community. I don't think it's anybody else who is coming to save us. So yeah, let's do this. And again, we appreciate you creating time. Let's grow together. So yeah, bye-bye for now.
Goodbye.